Hi, my name is Nathan and welcome to Your Come Up, where on Your Come Up we talk about all topics to help you come up. Business, finance, personal, spiritual, and physical. And today we're going to talk about how to overcome a financial crisis / recession like a boss. Now before I get into the video, I'm just going to be transparent with you guys real quick. I am not a financial guru. I'm just some dude on YouTube just speaking from my personal experience. In a weird way, I feel like I have a little bit of imposter syndrome, but I was encouraged by friends and family to do this video because, well, I do have some value and insight to share, and hopefully you guys can take a couple pieces of nuggets that I can share with you guys in this video and apply it to your lives. But with all that being said, let's get into it. There will always be ups and downs in the economy. It's simple to relax during prosperous times. It's easy to get caught in the high, but also it sucks when you get in the lows as well. But how can you emerge unharmed, or at the very least, not as harmed, from adversity? You may come out of a recession just as strong as you were before if you are well prepared, but at the very least, reduce your expenses and maintain some kind of source of income. Or in that case, maybe even just add a source of income to that. Now we're gonna start with the basics first. Number one, we all need to start a rainy day fund, but how many of us actually do it? We all know it, we gotta do it, but I would say take 10 to 20% of your income, just stash it away in a rainy day fund, but you also gotta invest it as well. I'm more of an index fund kind of guy, invest in an S&P 500 index fund, and just let it do its thing. But in terms of what I invest, and I could do another separate video on that, but I'll say just set aside some cash because you need some cash in the event during a recession, because you never know what's going to happen. Loss of income, things come up. In my event, when I talk about the toughest lesson I learned in my life, I had to use my savings to go to court in a litigious situation through probate over a sibling of mine to fight over property what I feel is rightfully mine. That's a video I did, but you never know what stuff comes up, and that's why number one, we'll start with the basics. Start a rainy day fund. Number two, hey, if you're in debt, get out of debt as best you can. It's obviously vital to avoid debt when you can, but sometimes you got to use debt in a smart way. Hey, using debt to buy assets, real estate, or opportunities, it's all good. I'm all for that, you know, but if you got high interest credit card debt and you got a lot of that, I would say tackle the high interest credit card debt first and then work your way down and tackle that debt. That way you reduce your expenses. But we got the basics out the way. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes and the ribeye, bone-in ribeye. That's my personal favorite of it all. Number three, find new ways of making extra money. Having a job is cool. Get the job, do the job. Maintain that job as best you can. There's some jobs that are recession-proof. But for the jobs that you have that is not recession-proof, have ways to diversify your income. Even if your job is recession-proof, why not diversify your income if you can? Whether it's a second career, internet enterprise, and the other forms of passive income are all fair. What are forms of passive income, or what are other sources of income you can do? I'm just gonna spitball a few. Start a YouTube channel, that's always a good one. If you're camera shy, do it faceless. I mean, heck, I've even seen YouTube channels where they just take Reddit feeds of topics and just read the topic at hand and read all the comments to it, and that's gotten subscribers and that's gotten views, and that's passive income right there. Or if you're into peace, quiet, meditation, why not start a YouTube channel where you take pictures of like trees, ocean, videos of the ocean, waves, and just put royalty-free music and provide a channel that way where you're providing calm, tranquil music where people watch that and rewatch that over and over again. Here's another interesting thing. The comic book shop that I'm filming at, which I'll get into the story how that got into, the gentleman who owns a comic book shop runs a computer repair store next door. But before his computer repair business took off, he used comic books to fund the computer repair. How did he do that? Well, he would go to garage sales and buy funky, old, reused, or used comic books, and some people didn't know what they really had, and he would flip them for profit to help fund his computer repair business. Once the computer repair business took off, where he was getting company accounts, corporate accounts, jobs, individual accounts, wealthy clients, because guess what, in good times or bad times, we all need our computers, right? Then the comic book investing got put back to the side, or put behind the back burner, while the computer repair business took over. I also did a video for the comic book channel that I manage, because I do 2 YouTube channels. I have mine, Nathen Hache, Your Come Up, and also Rated Comics, which is a YouTube channel that I manage for the comic book store, making a Wall Street bet on comic book investing. I'll put the card up top in the link in the description, because comic books, from what I noticed, it's a form of art, believe it or not. And there's some comic books that have gone for over $1 million, like Action Comics, Amazing Fantasy, which is the first appearance of Superman, first appearance of Spider-Man. It's amazing how much people are willing to spend on comic books. It's just another avenue of way of investing and a way for you to diversify your income and portfolio during hard times and or good times as well. Or you could write a book or even start an online course. Now, let's say there's something you're good at, because I'm obviously delving into the subject of, you know, expanding your income or starting another stream of income. What are you good at? Well, that's up to you to decide. Are you good at giving advice? Are you good at coaching? Are you more like an uplift, positive person? Are you good at giving dating advice, life advice? Even a chef? Are you a chef? Are you good at cooking? Are you good at relaying those recipes? I mean, there's so many things you could do with the online course education, and I've done a video about that with Mike Sackett, who talked about how to start an online course and online course creation, because online courses are only going to grow and increase, and that business is going to be booming in the foreseeable future. That why not take advantage of that? And that's something that's scalable, where you do it once, create the content once, create the video once, and let you reap the benefits over and over again for something that you created once. If this is your first time here, consider liking the video and subscribing to this channel, where on Your Come Up I talk about all topics to help you come up. And the reason why I emphasize find new ways to make extra money, because there's always easier ways to reduce your expenses, but in a downtime, a recession, or a financial crisis, it's really good to have other ways of increasing your income or finding new income streams as well. For instance, before the pandemic, for 2020, I was a general manager for a moving and storage company. I was cozy, I was comfortable. I totally forgot about the events of 2008, just thinking it would not repeat itself. Silly me! I was making a good salary, and all I did was I wrote a couple books, and I was fine with living off of, you know, the salary that I was making, and also a few pennies of royalties that I was making as well. And speaking of books, by the way, guys, I'm an author of 4 books, link in description. So when COVID happened and I was expendable at my job, well, I needed to figure some things out. Yes, I wanted to milk the unemployment for what it's worth. Yes, but during that time, I learned video editing, at least the basics of it. And I want to start a YouTube channel as a way to promote my books, but I want to provide value. And in a way, like a journey in my life as a way of me coming up as well, which is why Nathen Hache Your Come Up started. And because of that, I was expendable, but I wanted to start different ways of making money as far as a YouTube channel. And also, because of starting that YouTube channel, it opened up doors to not only promote my books, create an apparel line, Jam, which stands for my children, Junior and Miracle, which reminded me of, because when my ex-wife gave birth to, I'm just gonna give you a quick story of what Jam means to me. When my ex-wife gave birth to me, she was high risk, type 2 diabetic, and high blood pressure. And in the scripture, in Matthew, I forgot the scripture, but it's with man, it's impossible, but with God, it's possible, and my kids were God's gift to me. I'll put the scripture text in here in the video too. That's what Jam reminds me of. So that's why I emphasize start a new stream of income if you can. And I recommend you should. This is a way of, hey, you never know. You know, just have little nuggets of working itself for you. Have little nuggets of income working itself for you, you know? So that's why I emphasize that. And plus, during a financial crisis, those little extra nuggets of income, 1, it'll help you carry through. And 2, over time, as you keep pounding that revenue stream, as you keep pounding that content creation, or pounding whatever you're doing, that side hustle you're doing, you never know what it can grow to in a year or 5 years or 10 years. You just never know, and you'll thank yourself later. Treat yourself, don't cheat yourself. The next step is obvious. Hey, you could reduce your expenses. I prefer making more money, or you could reduce your expenses. What I did to reduce my expenses, hey, I am a coffee fiend. I love coffee. Every day I was going to Starbucks and getting myself that latte or an iced coffee. But what I did is I started brewing some coffee at home, and also buying some iced coffee at home too, where one day I would drink coffee from home, the next day I would buy Starbucks. So it reduced my expenses by, hey, $100, $120 a month. That is a lot of money in coffee. You know, we all got our vices. Don't you dare judge me for that, because I know if you're watching, you got some vices of yourself too. We all got it, but you know, we all got to work for it. And hey, what's the point of working hard if you can't enjoy it a little bit? But at the same time, if you can reduce your expenses, do it in a way that's comfortable for you. For me, hey, every other day I'll go to a coffee shop. For you, it might be cooking more at home. Or it might just be, I don't need all that cable package. I just might need YouTube and HBO Max and a smart TV, or Fire Sticks or Roku TV or something. Or maybe you don't need that Wi-Fi package. Or for some of you, cut the cord, I'll go strictly Wi-Fi. Just whatever works with you as far as cutting down your expenses. Hey, have you ever heard of some people even getting a roommate during hard times like these, you know? So whatever works for you. Now we arrived at the last and final step, maintain a steady flow of funds. So I'm gonna go biblical on here. In Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 2, it says, invest in 7 ventures, yes, in 8, because you do not know what disasters may come upon the land. That's why I was talking about diversify your income, increase your income, whether it's income from your job. And this is not a way of spreading yourself wide right then and there. Take it in steps. Step 1, get a job, get good at that job. Once that gets rolling and you're cool with that, then maybe start a side hustle, whether it's a YouTube channel, whether it's buying and flipping comics, whether it's even buying and flipping stuff to sell it on eBay or another online platform, or if you're just even good at consulting or mechanics or just doing tasks for other people, whatever the case may be, even being an Uber driver, whatever the case may be, just maintain step 1 first, which is get a job, maintain that. And then once you're good at that, start another venture. Then invest those funds into yourself or do other things as well. Now, be an exceptional worker, do well, be good, do all right, you know what I mean? And another way to maintain a steady flow of funds, cash flow, and also build upon yourself as well, is to invest either in yourself or invest in tools to build up your leverage. For instance, like during the shutdown, well, I invested in myself, watched countless YouTube videos on how to video edit, because video editing is, hey, a lot of people prefer to watch video nowadays, and starting YouTube channels or editing videos for other people or other social media managers, which my skills have enabled me to do that, where a couple social media managers have reached out to me, paid me a few bucks to edit TikToks or Reels for them clients. And they're good at posting a hashtag and noticing trends, but they don't have skills in video editing, which, hey, that's cool because it's income that I could earn, but it's only one time. And in terms of YouTube, where I upload a YouTube video, it's scalable because you never know how many times that video is going to be watched 1 year, 5 years, 10 years from now. 2, it promotes my books. 3, also, it promotes the apparel company too. So that's what's scalable to me. And also, let's say if you're an author, if you're an artist, or if you're a programmer, or your computer code or whatnot, investing in tools to help you leverage. I have no problem with you investing in an updated laptop or up-to-date laptop or iPad so you can do your work faster, get more done, and be more productive. That's one way to invest in tools, or how content creators invest in mics. Hey, I like this mic. You know, this mic and I go way back. Or how some content creators invest in new gear, camera, mics, all equipment. I'm not going to do it. I'm a simple channel. I'm a small channel. You know what I mean? But hey, it gets the job done. And as long as I'm providing value to you guys, I would think it's all good, right? So that's the 2 things I definitely want to emphasize on. Invest in tools to help improve your skills, because as your skills broaden, as you improve your skills, there's more opportunity presented to you. And 2, invest in tools to help leverage yourself, whether it's new equipment, new laptop, iPad. If you're an illustrator, author, hey, new iPad or new laptop might just work. Because we all need to do things productive and have things done in a speedy fashion, right? And we live in an instant gratification era, and we're also in a digital era too. And last step, stop worrying less and learn to love the opportunities life presents itself to you. Like, don't give in to your fears. Try to stay positive throughout the whole economic downturn. I know it's tough to do because the paranoia and experience that it'll make it difficult for you to be a good employee, and it might even put a barrier in your personal relationship. Like, I did make a video of how COVID changed my life. For me, I'm just gonna use myself as a personal example. It sucked being laid off from a job because you take it personal, but hey, it was an economic downturn. But the way I turned that around is I learned YouTube video, or learned how to make YouTube videos and how to do a little bit of graphic design with thumbnails as well. Not to a great artistic level, but just good enough. I'm fairly good at that. Also, that opportunity, that skill allowed me to present itself other opportunities for me. So for instance, the owner of this comic book shop saw my video, asked me to make videos for him, and now I make videos for him on his comic book channel, which, by the way, that comic book channel is outperforming my own personal channel, which is funny how that works. But, you know, it's another nugget of income I have with the YouTube channel, my books, my personal channel, his comic book channel, and also doing the online auction shows for him, where that's a little bit of money as well as my main job as well. So a little bit of things are working for a while. I'm still having time to raise my kids and have weekends off and try to spend time with my family as well. So I try to get a lot done during the week so I can enjoy myself on the weekend. But it's that 1% effect where I upload a video, do a little bit here, do a little bit there, where it's scalable, has a wider reach, where over time, I don't know what effect that may have, but I'm sure it's gonna be growth compared to where I'm at now. So personally, guys, like I said, I feel like I had imposter syndrome making this video, but I hope you got the message with this video or some kind of nuggets of inspiration. And comment below, let me know what you guys are doing for side hustles and incomes, and what you guys are doing to make additional income along with your main job, or how did that build into an empire that you may have now. So I don't know, I'm always curious about things like that, and I use it as motivation for me, as well as probably inspiration and motivation for someone watching this video. Please share any thoughts below in the comment section. I always look forward to generating interesting dialogue. And if you like the content I'm throwing up, you know what to do. Like the video and subscribe to this channel. Thanks again, you guys, for watching. Until next time.